Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Willie Gaming. Today we're doing a little bit of a comparison slash review slash what should you buy between this beautiful controller and this beautiful controller, the Xbox Elite and the SCUF Vantage. What you guys should do in whatever situation you're in, whether you're a PC gamer looking for a controller or if you're a guy like me with both consoles. I'm going to give you guys my personal opinion on what you guys should buy. So keep in mind, I apologize for maybe some drop frames in the gameplay. It happens. My streaming budget, I didn't build this PC for both streaming and gameplay, so keep that in mind. Still high quality though. Today we'll be testing it through multiple different scenarios, gameplay, and then an in-depth review and price points. So yeah, enjoy the video and let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Like, subscribe, peace. Okay, so this is going to be the start of my Xbox One Elite controller versus SCUF Vantage review.
Welcome to Apex Legends. I am Bloodhunter. You can call me Bloodhound. Let us begin with basic movement. Complete the checklist on your HUD.
So you can see we have all paddles set to the same things. It's jump, LB, slide, pickup. So there's kind of your paddle overview. We're gonna just be in training today, just kind of feeling out the look of the different controllers. Right off the bat, I noticed that it feels heavy. The Elite controller definitely. I mean, you can definitely notice that. You can definitely notice that the Elite controller is made out of really quality materials that I would expect to last a long time without wearing out. We're just gonna keep going through this real quick.
Inside the supply bin, you will find a weapon and ammo.
Okay, so now that we have a weapon, we'll get this feel a little bit. I really got used to this. So right now I do have the trigger stops on. There's only one setting on the bottom of the controller for trigger stops, and it just makes it a little bit quicker, a little bit more responsive for me, from what I can see. So from short range, it's not bad. At the moment, I do like how it feels. I do admit that the Xbox controller, the sticks are a little bit too too close together, so it does make it a little bit harder to control your target over longer distances. Although I think if you can get recoil control down with the Elite controller, you could be absolutely deadly with it. In terms of the paddles, it is so easy. We're going to go ahead and keep on kind of reviewing this controller. It is so easy to hit these paddles. I'm going to admit, I could definitely see getting used to this, and this happened to me a lot. When you're getting used to this controller, I could definitely see you accidentally hitting, say, jump or slide or whatever. I could definitely see you accidentally hitting those paddles if you're coming from a regular controller. We're going to take a couple more shots of these targets and just kind of see what we can figure out here. Right now we're running it on a PC at 60 frames a second, but it should be the same on console. I'm so used to blackout that it's kind of tough for me to be able to shoot these straight. So don't mind your awful gameplay that you're getting to see right now. Alright, at this point in time, we're going to switch it over to the SCUF Vantage controller and see what we can tell the difference. So, okay, so right off the bat, this controller, much lighter. Much lighter. I'm going to go ahead and pick up shotgun real quick. And if I'm being honest, I like the paddle placement of the two inside paddles a little bit more then I like the paddle placement Or I like it a little bit more on the Elite controller in terms of the inside paddle placement. The outside paddle placement though on this controller seems amazing. Like, I don't think you're going to be absolutely or accidentally hitting these paddles whatsoever. I think that is highly unlikely. It's much harder to press these paddles. That's what makes the inside ones kind of a little bit inconvenient to use. Okay, so right away, recoil control, if you are into shooter type of games, is much easier on this controller. I think that is due to the fact that sticks are placed a little bit further apart than it is on the Elite controller. But something I will point out, something I would like to point out about this controller is it feels light. I've heard reviews about the Scuf Vantage saying that you can't trust the materials they make them with. They're not very high quality. I could definitely see where people might be coming from in terms of this opinion. I think that the Elite controller blows it out of the water in terms of quality materials. Whether that transfers to durability or not, we have yet to see. Personally, I haven't had a problem with either one, but right off the bat, I think that my bet would definitely be on the Elite controller in terms of lasting longer. I think it is a lot easier to aim with the Scuf. I think it's perfectly placed in terms of the controller layout. The sticks really are perfectly placed. If you guys come from Xbox, I know that you will be absolutely loving the stick placement on this controller after just a few days of use. It's much easier to control the recoil. For me, the wideness of the sticks are very important. I think it's going to play a big part in choosing between a controller. So yeah, we're gonna jump back into the studio and I'll give you guys a detailed review on kind of what I believe, how this feels. Keep in mind I did go through some live gameplay as well to be able to compare these controllers. I'll go over some of the features of both, the price point of both, and really help you guys make an educated decision on whether you should buy either one. Okay, what's up guys? We are back in the studio with these two amazing controllers. Go ahead and unplug the Vantage here. My personal opinion. So, I think that if you were going for durability over anything else, in terms of materials, the way it feels in your hand, you know, it's heavy duty, it's made with high quality, soft touch materials. You're going to really feel like you're getting a premium product with this controller, with the Xbox One Elite controller. But the only downside is I think that Scuf Gaming has taken performance to the next level with this Vantage controller. I don't feel the materials as being as high quality. I don't see them lasting as long as maybe the Elite controller. But in terms of sheer performance, I would take the Scuf Vantage literally all day long to be trusted as my controller to really give me the highest in-game performance. To be completely honest with you, you have these trigger stops at the back as well as behind each one of these little sticks here. You see there's a little hole and you can actually take your Scuf key that comes with your controller and adjust hair triggers there as well, something that the Xbox Elite controller doesn't have, although you can adjust that through software on the Xbox Elite controller. So yes, the Scuf Vantage in terms of sheer features, performance, I don't see any controller on the market right now matching up to it. I think the way the sticks are placed on this controller absolutely blows everything out of the water. The way it's a little bit wider apart, the way the paddles really feel high quality, and they're removable as well if you don't want them. Going back to the Elite controller, I do like the feeling of these paddles. I think that the inside paddles are placed much more ergonomically, able to, you know, hit those with your middle fingers pretty easily. Although they are super easy to touch, super easy to press, I believe that if you really, if you are playing and you're really trying to get used to this controller, you'll be hitting these a lot until you do get used to it. Another thing I should focus on is if you are concerned with sound, then the Elite controller might be for you, because if you listen to this, I'll just be quiet real quick and let this go. So there's the Elite controller. We'll go back to the SCUF Vantage. So you can definitely tell that in terms of noise, the SCUF Vantage will be a lot worse. As you can see, both controllers have removable paddles. You can remove them all pretty easily, safely, no problem. I will also point out that the Vantage, I'm just going to take the Controller Freaks off real quick. They both do come with, you know, different heights of sticks. But the Vantage, you definitely have a little bit more customization. You can take this faceplate clean off and get access to the inside of the controller. You can remove the vibration modules, things like that. Boom, no more vibration without any problem. I will also note that the Vantage does have 2 extra buttons called sax buttons that you can program, kind of like you can with paddles. I have to admit, I don't like the placement of the sax buttons, and have even noticed players sponsored by SCUF not using them either. I'm kind of the same way. I don't really enjoy the sax buttons. They're not really my thing. I will note that with Control Freaks, the SCUF Vantage, I mean, like I was saying earlier, absolutely incredible performance. So now we're going to go in and check the price point. One thing that I'm going to note about these two controllers, Xbox Elite controllers, you can find at retailers everywhere. I mean, so many different stores sell it. SCUF Vantage, you're only going to find this at SCUF or from a private seller who has already bought one. So keep that in mind. SCUF does come more expensive. We'll go ahead and jump into the pricing here. Okay, so your SCUF Vantage here is going to be... So the cheapest I'm seeing the SCUF Vantage right now is $169.95. Now there might be a cheaper. Yeah, see, here's the SCUF Vantage 1, the first one. Comes in at $149.95 for your base controller. Same thing I have here. I did customize mine a little bit. Kind of looks like this one. But yeah, so you can get your SCUF Vantage for as low as $149.95. Amazon's usually pretty dang similar to everybody else. Okay, so new comes in at $148.50. I know at Walmart, I believe at Walmart.com, they also sold them at the same price-ish. GameStop, $139.99 brand new. Best Buy, $179.99 for the Series 2, $142.99 for the Series 1. So as you can see, pretty similar price points. What we're gonna do here is just kind of, so we're gonna go over these price points. So SCUF Vantage gonna be about $149.95 at the very cheapest for the first edition SCUF Vantage. You're probably gonna end up paying $160 if you want any kind of good features on it. I know you're gonna have to customize them. That's just the way it rolls. For the Elite controller, you can get it as low as $139.99, so about $20 cheaper. For honestly high quality materials. I will also note that Xbox and the Xbox app on PC, you can edit features of this controller, such as stick tension or sensitivity, stick trigger sensitivity, stick sensitivity, dead zones. You have all detachable attachments just like the SCUF Vantage. You have this switch here that I absolutely love to switch from first to second player. I think you were getting less compromise with this controller, but One thing you do compromise a little bit on is performance. I do believe that with your Scuff Vantage, you're going to be getting performance. One thing I do note, there are different problems in terms of audio when you're wired versus wireless and just things like that. I personally play wired, so it doesn't really matter to me. You have a switch back here for USB versus Bluetooth, and then a switch here for programming your paddles. You can program your paddles all on the Elite controller via software. On this, you have to do it via hardware. So overall, I'll hit you guys with my final review. If you guys are a gamer looking for sheer performance out of your controller, you're okay if you maybe have to buy a new one within, I'd say, 8 months to a year. It's just one of those things. If you guys are looking for sheer performance out of your hardware, I would absolutely 100% go with the Scuff Vantage. Scuff Vantage offers premium performance at almost the same price as the Elite. Absolutely incredible controller. The way the sticks are spaced, the way everything is just spaced out, especially if you're from Xbox. I mean, you still get the offset sticks. That's a huge thing for me because I came from Xbox initially. I absolutely love the Scuff Vantage. If you guys are looking for durable, high quality, just an absolutely incredible controller, maybe a little bit of a compromise on performance, you guys are willing to take a little bit more time getting used to the controller, I would honestly go with the Xbox One Elite. If you are looking for maybe a little bit more durability, high quality materials, it's heavy. There's definitely a weight difference here in these two controllers. It's heavy, it's made well, it's soft to the touch, it's premium. If you're looking for premium, maybe a little bit of a sacrifice on performance and maybe a little bit more durability for a little bit cheaper as well, I would go with the Xbox One Elite controller. But keep in mind, to you guys, the Series 2 is coming out very shortly. They did just drop the Scuff Vantage 2. Not sure if there's much of a difference there. Pretty sure there's not. I have held the Scuff Vantage 2 in my hands. Didn't really see a difference, to be honest. But this is going to be kind of up to you guys whether you want to buy either one. So yeah, final performance, durability, there you guys go. I hope you guys enjoyed this review, kind of this battle of the heavyweights of the real controllers of the world. For you PC gamers that like to play on controller, or for you console gamers that have both consoles such as myself, there's your review. That's my personal opinion on these controllers. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to drop a like, sub if you're new around here, and yeah, be sure to tune into my streams. I stream every day. Be sure to spread some love and positivity throughout whatever you're doing, and I'll catch y'all later. Peace.